Divine Source, guide this teaching with clarity, beauty, and truth. Let every symbol, scripture, card, and the hidden pattern be revealed with wisdom and discernment. May this message open the heart without overwhelming it, awaken the spirit without confusing it, and bring light to what is ready to be seen. I affirm that I am centered, protected, guided, and prepared to recognize the lesson within the mystery. Welcome in. Today's message moves through the waxing gibbous moon, the rabbit path, Genesis 4, and the language of tarot and symbol. This is a teaching about mastery before completion, about what crouches at the doorway, and about how the heart learns to stay centered while the wheel of life keeps turning. What crouches at the doorway, laying with weight? As this message opens, ask yourself, what pattern has been repeating in my life? And what is it trying to teach me? This teaching opens up under the energy of the waxing gibbous moon, a phase of refinement, preparation, and almost completion. Almost there, baby. Almost completion. Almost there. Almost there. You're doing a beautiful job, amazing job, my Scorpio, my Aniel. It is the peace between what has already been revealed and what is still becoming visible. The message is guided by Archangel Jophiel, the keeper of beauty, clarity, and divine illumination. The rabbit path represents the hidden reveal, the trail of symbols, patterns, memories, scriptures, and spiritual impressions that lead us beneath the surface. This path does not always move in a straight line. It moves through signs, echoes, and confirmations until the heart begins to understand what the mind could not yet explain. At the center of this message is in the heart, what it has endured, what is learning, and what it is being prepared to carry. The Waxen Gibeus teaches that mastery often comes before full completion. Mastery comes before full completion. We may not have the whole picture yet, but we are being trained to recognize the pattern. Waxen Gibeus teaches, the teacher points to this, is that the pi, P-H-I, represents the symbol of the 8. And there's something about the pi and the 8 points. It connects to divine proportion, rhythm, balance, and the sacred pattern within the growth. It's some, I'm not sure what this is, what is meant for everyone, but it's something to deal with coin 1, something about coin 1 and the 0386. That is the completion code that speaks to the first seed of power. Say it one more time, but should I? No. This is the beginning of manifestation and the promise of completion. Then I'm seeing the letters and numbers of 03C6. This reminds us that the work is not fully completed yet. The teaching is still unfolding. The 21st letter, you tell, is U. The 21st letter is U plus the EL. U plus the EL. This brings forward the idea of union with God energy. Divine language. It's like your language is divine. And manifestation through alignment. You're balanced. Now you can manifest. And I said can. Because before what you manifested, is it still the same? Geometry, nature, art, gold, black. And art 40 comes to mind. Art 40. But every time I see double numbers, I always simplify them into 1. So when I see 40, I see 4. And I use spiritual codes, spiritual numbers to receive certain messages. And I'm using them so I can remember them when I have to see it, or it's 444. Facts. Protection, support, strong foundation, Uriel energy. It's the Uriel energy, and the you're receiving protection and support because now you're on a strong foundation. You're balanced. You're balanced. You're balanced. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it feels like. You're balanced. You're ready to manifest. The phrase Jim and I just did a reading on Gemini. It wasn't a read. I said a reading. It's like a message or a story. I'm gonna start saying story or something because the reading sounds like it's all in the these tarot readers and new and old and different stuff, whatever. It's shuffled in that because it's like even though you have access to certain dimensions, And I may rub a few feet. I don't care. But even though you are connected to different dimensions or certain dimensions, even though you're connected to why did I go there? Why did I go there? It's talking about raw mystery into sacred structure. Raw mystery into sacred structure. Why? What does the other? Yeah, getting lost. And yeah, so it's like the messages get lost because of what the same like one person and next are doing like this. It's like on the same pattern when you're not connected to the same pattern. And that is what makes you unique and different, Scorpio. And you're not afraid to go along, even but it's you can't help but to go along. That's just who you are. That's how you receive in your shadow and your solitude and your darkness and your space and your, sanctuary, your fortress. I said this on the last video and I didn't finish that. And I know the pattern, the pattern zigzag, y'all. But when I was saying fortress on one of my videos, like a video back or 2 videos back, it's like a fortress, something about a fortress. Like you built a fortress around you, but did you build a prison? It's saying to step out in another space. It's another space because where you're at is your library, is your sacred space, is, all you. It's saying to step out your safe space to get uncomfortable. So it's like moving into a new space, maybe from one part of home to another part of home, moving into a different space to feel a different atmosphere and environment. Because where you're at, it's like you can continue down the rabbit hole, but how long do you continue down the rabbit hole before you feel that you're ready? Because no one is fully and completely ready. You just take the first step and be ready. But when it's talking about the phrase Gemini, see the zigzag, the pattern, the phrase Gem and I, 40 came up again. 40 came up again. And it's something about a Gemini. Scorpios, we may be connected to a Gemini, or a Gemini needs our prayer, or our energy, our speech, our sacred codes, our notes, our musical notes. They need that energy, a Gemini. And it's something about the Gemini. And the Gemini, if you're watching this, you have protection, you have support, you have a strong foundation. It starts with you. It starts with you. But the Gemini and the Gemini energy, who's Gemini? Gemini keep coming out. So where's Gemini at? Gemini is connected to Raphael, which is Mercury, which is the waxing Gibeon. Virgo and Gemini. Let me see something.